Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Roman, and while my partner Will is taking a break, it's my turn to share our thoughts on the latest gadgets. In our previous video, we tested and compared the Realme GT7 Pro and the Redmi K80 Pro. But one heavyweight contender was noticeably absent from that lineup. This right here, the Ace 5 Pro. Interestingly, it has a sibling many of you are probably more familiar with, the OnePlus 13R. When it comes to hardware specs, OnePlus often struggles to keep up with the likes of Redmi or Realme. That's why I decided to give the Ace 5 Pro a proper chance. Let's dive in and see what it brings to the table, as well as the potential challenges you might face if you are a OnePlus fan considering this device. At this price point, smartphones don't typically stand out with bold designs. However, the purple version we have here from our unboxing video managed to feel unique. The fine texture on the surface not only looks great, but also provides a satisfying grip and excellent anti-slip performance. The camera module on the back maintains the signature OnePlus family design, making it instantly recognizable. The phone itself has a more squared shape, complemented by rounded edges for a comfortable grip. The flat screen is another practical feature, as it minimizes the risk of accidental touches, which is often an issue with curved displays. Weighing just over 200 grams, the OnePlus feels similar to carrying a phone with a protective case already on. The screen size matches that of the Realme GT7 Pro, with the same resolution, LTPO support, and always-on display functionality. However, the screens differ in shape and are produced by different manufacturers. When you tilt the OnePlus screen slightly, you might notice a faint green tint. Both devices offer several eye care features, such as global DC dimming and high-frequency PWM dimming. Additionally, unlike Realme, OnePlus doesn't remove the polarizer to make the display more eye-friendly. While the OnePlus screen isn't bad, it's unfortunately up against tough competition from Realme and Redmi in this regard. Now let's talk about some good news. The Ace 5 Pro doesn't compromise on performance. With the Snapdragon 8 Elite, 8533 MHz, LPDDR5X and UFS 4.0 configuration, it performs well in any performance test, and even using to handle Genshin Impact feels like using a sledgehammer to crack a nut. So I tested it with the more demanding Honkai Star Rail, and during Panacone's golden hour, its frame rate was as steady as a straight line. However, after the entire test, the phone surface temperature got a bit high. At this point, you might need a cooler or to lower the graphic settings appropriately, although it has a bypass charging feature, which is quite comprehensive, but only activates bypass charging when so I don't think it's a good idea. If you're thinking of using this phone for photography, you might be disappointed. First, looking at the design, the Ace 5 Pro has 3 cameras, but this 8-megapixel wide-angle and 2-megapixel macro lens look like a joke compared to its competitors. The only thing worth mentioning is the main camera, which is 24mm 15-megapixel Sony lens, the same model as a GT7 Pro, and performs very similar. Recently released Chinese smartphones have battery capacity of over 6000 mAh, and our Ace 5 Pro also reaches 6100 mAh. Coupled with this year's top Snapdragon 8 Elite, its battery life won't be bad. However, there's quite a few details to note here. May charge at different speeds in different regions. If you want to use a power bank or a car charger, then you can only use PD protocol for charging. So we tested it with both the original Super VOOC and third-party PD chargers. When using the original Super VOOC, it maintains a high power for the first 2 minutes, then continues to charge it around 40 Watt until it reaches 80%. It only takes 20 minutes for the battery to go from 10% to 80%, after which it reduces the power and continues to charge the remaining 20%. The total time is 42 minutes. When using a third-party charger, although the phone shows that it's super fast charging, the actual charging power is not high, so it takes more time to reach 80%. Overall, you don't need to worry too much about the charging speed. The most significant impact is mainly in the first 80%. If you want to use it outside of China, there's still the issue of signal reception. However, if you're in some countries and regions with less developed 5G networks, such as some small countries and islands in Africa and South America, even if the phone supports these bands, you might not be able to use 5G due to the lack of relevant 5G networks deployment locally. Realme supports the fewest bands. The Ace 5 Pro is more focused on Asia and Europe, and the 13R lacks support for high bandwidth 5G signals above 978. But this is OnePlus after all. You can easily unlock the bootloader with a command, and after that you can do whatever you want. If you buy this phone on jig wheels, You won't have these above concerns, and there's even discounts available now. How long will this little guy support software updates? I think you shouldn't hold too much hope, because in the ColorOS 15 upgrade plan, OnePlus phones are only supported up to the OnePlus 11 at the earliest. Although the first generation Ace is still on the support list, there is no clear announcement, which is still a bit worrisome. To be honest, the Ace 5 Pro is a very extreme machine, but the good thing is that it's cheaper than Redmi and Realme. So it's currently the cheapest Snapdragon 8 Elite. Compared to GT7 Pro and K80 Pro, it lacks features like imaging, wireless charging, ultrasonic fingerprint recognition, and IP68 rating. Although it comes with a system that's more suitable for China, ColorOS, it's well similar to the Oxygen OS we know. Pre-installed apps can be uninstalled, and it also has Google mobile services. If you can buy it at very favorable price, I think the Ace 5 Pro is very advantageous. But if there is not big enough price difference, I think there are other options. Anyway, I hope the video helps you. I'm Roman from Gizmochina. See you next time.